So now you're offended about what Donald Trump has been saying about black people?
What? What? No. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about
Stephen, my boy.
I just wanted to address this subject, and that's essentially involving the president, Donald Trump, posting a video depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes.
What?
I'm going to say that again. Depicting the first black president in United States history and the first black first lady in United States history as apes. Monkeys.
Yeah, we know.
In the year 2026, that has happened.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The White House says that it wasn't the president's fault.
You don't say.
Even though the video has been removed from the president's Truth Social account, they are pointing the finger of blame to a White House staffer.
Now, that's just a lie.
Speaking purely for myself and no one else. I don't believe your ass is one bit, even if it is some White House staffer who made a mistake, which I don't believe it was him. I don't believe that for 1 second. But if it was, what's their name? Are they still working for you? Did you suspend them? Did you fire them? Or are you using taxpayer dollars to say, way to go? Do it again. I love it.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
That same guy is the guy in the White House using his administration to tell you he had nothing to do with a post that has his fingerprints and his smell and his stench written all over it.
Ain't that the truth?
Anybody who doesn't speak against him on this is complicit. You're telling us what you think about black people.
That's right.
Plain and simple. There is no way around this. This requires universal condemnation.
He ain't lying.
Doesn't mean he's going to leave office. But it could mean that we need others in office during the midterm that aren't necessarily on the right, so more checks and balances can take place, and perhaps, dare I say, he'll be a bit more guarded from doing nonsense like this.
Shit.
Because again, I believe he is guilty of this. Do I have proof? No. But I've told y'all on many occasions, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose.
So, what are you saying?
His behavior, his tendencies, his rhetoric, his petulance, his belligerence, all fall in line with what we're talking about right now.
That's true.
Do you want to be associated with that or not? It doesn't mean that you have to disagree with him about the economy, that you have to disagree with him about tariff wars or border security or safety in the streets or his position on Russia and Ukraine or his position on Israel and the Gaza Strip and all of that stuff. It's not about politics.
Then what is it about, Stephen A. Smith?
This is about decency that we require exists in the United States of America. And the President of the United States, once again, appears to be more indecent than the very people he was elected to lead. What y'all gonna do about it? What y'all gonna say about it? On Capitol Hill and beyond, I should just be one of millions of voices that's speaking against this kind of nonsense.
Oh, so now this is nonsense by Donald Trump. But you wasn't saying this when he was calling African nations shithole countries. You wasn't saying this when he was calling women of color low IQ. You wasn't even saying this when you went after Jasmine Crockett for talking bad about Donald Trump.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas.
Now, all of a sudden, it seems as though that you done flip-flop on Donald Trump.
Get the flip-flop shit on me.
When we was telling you that Donald Trump has always been a piece of shit, when we was telling you that Donald Trump was always racist, but you say that you have to have respect for the office of the presidency. And Donald Trump doesn't even have respect for the office of the presidency.
He ain't lying.
So which one is going to be, Stephen A. Smith? I need you to pick a lane and stay in it. You're all over the place right now. First, you say respect the president. Now you're coming out saying that, hey, why should we respect the president? What we need to do is get his ass up or out of office. That's what you're sounding like. You're saying that this midterm, you need to get out there and vote. But vote for who? Because the way that you was talking before, you was talking like you wanted to be the president. You was talking about, well, the Democratic Party ain't doing nothing for black people. So why not try to get into that other side, which is the Republican Party? Now you see how the Republican Party treat people of color.
Up yours, nigger.
Donald Trump has been telling us that he was a racist and a piece of shit forever.
That's right.
So why do we expect him to change? This is an 80-year-old man who thinks that he's back in the 50s and the 60s when he could walk up to a black man and say, hey, boy, get out my goddamn way. Or better yet, slap the shit out of a black man or a woman, and that person couldn't do anything. That's who Donald Trump is.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That's why when he say make America great again, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the days when the black Americans and people of color didn't have no rights. They couldn't do anything because the white man and the white woman was always in charge. And all the people of color had to do was get in line, or better yet, get rolled over. So let me know in the comments on what y'all thought about what I said and the video as well. And Stephen A. Smith. I really want to know how y'all feel about Stephen A. Smith coming out and saying what he's saying about Donald Trump now in the comments below. The man on the street wants to know.